right, we're going to now look at incomplete and codominant Punnett squares. So when we're talking about incomplete dominance, remember we're looking at a blending of traits, just like we looked at when we look at hair texture. There was curly hair, there was wavy hair, and there was straight hair. So there's 3 different options instead of just the 2 like in dominant recessive. Codominant's going to look a little bit different, and we'll talk about that one when we get there. So first we're going to do is look at incomplete dominance. And so here, again, there's no recessive allele, so it's all dominant. So we've got a capital W for white, a capital R for red. So big W, that's the genotype. So the phenotype would then be white. Big R, here we've got our R's here, that's going to be our red flower. That's our white flower. So then if we combine them, that intermediate color, the blending of those is going to be pink. Okay. So when we set these up, we set them up the exact same way as we did the monohybrids. It's just that the phenotypes are going to look a little bit different because we have that third option. So here, we're using that same information. So W for white, big R for red. So we're going to do the same thing. So we've got big W, big R, and it really doesn't matter which side it goes on. We're going to split those. And just like before, we're going to bring them down and across. And it doesn't really matter which goes in front. Some people say to do it alphabetically. It really doesn't matter. But they need to both be capital letters. You will be counted off if they're lowercase letters because neither of these are going to be recessive. So they both need to be capital. And then just be consistent. All right, so what percentage of the offspring will be white? Well, in order to be white, you got to have the WW. There are none of those. So what percentage? 0. Red, you got to have the 2 R's, the offspring, no chance. 0% chance of having a red offspring, but we do have a 100% chance of having a pink offspring, so pink flowers. So that one, we've got 0 white, 100 pink, 0 red. All right, y'all do this one, pause me, do this one, and then check your answers. All right, so here we've got the heterozygous for both of them, the pink flowers. So we're crossing 2 pink flowers here. So remember, this is your parent generation. This is your first filial, the F1. And so what percentage of the offspring will be white? Well, this right here is going to be your only one, so that's 25%. Pink is going to be these 2 here, so 50%. And then the last one is red, which is that only one there, so 25%. So again, these are not perfect percentages in real life, but they really are pretty close over many, many different generations. So that's incomplete dominance, a blending of the traits. Now, codominance is where you have each of the traits showing equally. And so instead of the white flower and the red flower to make a pink flower, now you'd have a white flower and a red flower to make a red and white flower. So here we're looking at chickens. There's a very specific type of chicken. And when you combine a white feathered chicken with a black feathered chicken, you get black feathers with white tips. They're really pretty. And so that's what we're looking at here. So here, It says, what is the phenotype for the following genotypes? So big W. So it says here, those are the white feathered chickens. So we have white feathers. Okay, and so the B's, just B's, are going to be the black feathers. Okay, and then if we've got one W and one B, then we've got the black feathers with the white tips. So we're going to put black and white feathers. Okay. Now, you set them up the exact same, exactly the same that we did before. Okay, so here we've got big W, big B, big B. Again, this is your P, or your parent generation. This is your F1, your first filial generation. And we're going to bring BW. Actually, we've been doing it the other way, so let me go back. So WB, again, it doesn't really matter. WB. So we've got 3 different colors. We've got the white, we have the black, we have the black and white. Oops, squeeze that in there. All right, so based on these parents, 0% chance of having another white chicken, 0% chance of having a black chicken, but 100% chance of having a black and white chicken. All right, I want y'all to pause and do this one on your own. All right, so we had 2 heterozygous black and white chickens because it's codominant. Black and white are seen equally, just like co-captains have equal responsibility. These are going to be seen equally. So here, again, we need to write our colors. So we've got white, black, and black, and white. All right, so here the white, we've got 25%. The black, we've got 25%. And then the codominant, the black and white, we have 50%. Okay. And as always, please ask questions if you are not sure what to do. I'm going to do a separate video for human blood type, which is a type of codominance. It's just going to look a little bit different. Okay, so that's it for incomplete and codominance.